If they suddenly were single and wanted to sleep with you, would you? Edit it to add and clarify. Would you have sex with them if you could? Not just sleep? Story 1. I used to say yes. Then one day, my very attractive, longtime friend who was going through a difficult time in life got really drunk and tried to sleep with me. I put her to bed. I figured if she wanted to sleep with me once she sobered up, I would be open to it. I'm glad I didn't. Story 2. Some of them yes, some of them no. My best friend is attractive, but I'm not really sexually attracted to her. Maybe it's because I know too much about her. I don't know. Story 3. Been there, done that. I certainly see nothing wrong with that. That being said, I don't befriend women in order to have sex with them. That would be unfair towards them and show a lack of self-respect. I don't befriend women I am really into. With them, I will just shoot my shot, and if it doesn't work out, I will move on. Story 4. Prior to being married, I did. It was a weird thing. Slept with one. Then progressively more of them wanted to. Probably not a good idea in the long run. Some of the guys in the friend circle got insanely jealous and started trying to undermine me and talk negatively. Also, tiptoeing around your past sexual relationships when you have a wife who wants to know how you met these people can be a bit awkward. Story 5. No, they are strictly friends. I used to work at a strip club and I'm still friends with a lot of them. They are all very attractive. And it is interesting how differently you are treated when you are around multiple women. They are also the best wingmen too. Story 6. Close friends? No. I value the friendship more than potential sex. Acquaintances? Maybe, but only casually. I've always had way more female friends than male friends, and I only ever slept with a couple of them. Story 7. As I have stated before, if she slid into my bed, naked, wet, and willing in the early hours of the morning, I would probably give in without more than a token struggle. But is it something I would initiate? No. Story 8. Married now, so it's a non-issue. Before then, though, it would be very tempting, although I think I would not due to the awkwardness that would follow. Especially when one of you gets into a relationship. I had the opportunity to sleep with one of my ex-girlfriend's friends but decided not to, since she was going through a hard time herself and didn't need that. Also, I think it would be very awkward running into her with my wife later down the road if we had slept together. Story 9. No, I'm not desperate. I mean, if I was single and they were single and we both decided to see if there was something there, then sure, but having sex just to have sex is kind of empty. Story 10. No, my boundaries are what have allowed me to have such strong friendships with women. They are some of my closest and most valued friends, and I would not risk it for anything. The only person who ever broke through that boundary is my wife, and it took her some persistence to do so. Story 11. No, I probably wouldn't. I'd fantasize about it, but I don't think I'd actually do it. Unless she was interested in exploring a committed relationship. As hot as she is, I couldn't just come and go on her. I respect her too much for that. Story 12. There was one in college who seemed to approach me as she was on the verge of breaking up with her boyfriend and invited me to come to her dorm to talk to her more after speaking with her outside the library. I declined, and she seemed very desperate and frustrated with me afterward and displayed passive-aggressive behavior. I declined because I didn't want to take advantage of her in her sadness and respected her before she officially broke up. I definitely had fantasies of her, but I didn't want to take advantage of her. Story 13. Yes, some of them I would, others not so much because I know a little too much about them. But I'm not going to lie, I become friends with attractive women because it makes it easier to get with and meet other attractive women. Story 14. This question is asked here every other day. The answer depends on her other qualities, not just her physical appearance, as well as whether I want a relationship. Story 15. Yes, and I have done so at least once with my 4 very good friends. With one, I ended up dating for about 6 weeks. Then we called it quits and went back to being friends. Another time, we spent a long weekend together in bed on a whim as both of us were lonely and had just broken up with someone. The third friend and I had talked about why we never dated, so I took her out on a crazy nice date. But when we started fooling around, we couldn't stop laughing. We sort of stopped and started repeatedly. We powered through, though, just to say we did. The last time, I accidentally fell into bed with her on a group vacation, but I didn't know she had a crush on me for a while. When we got back, that friendship was ruined. Story 16. Do I know there would be no strings attached? Or is there a mutual interest in a relationship upgrade? Sure. Is all she wants a one-off? And am I worried that I'll mess up a friendship I value? No. Story 17. Mostly yes. One is someone I work with professionally, so I would never initiate but would if she initiated. Another is a good friend from high school. I told her I plan on seducing her, but she's resisting, damn husband. A third I shamelessly hit on as a joke, but I wouldn't sleep with her because the chemistry wouldn't work in bed. Story 18. I connected with a friend when I was younger, and we haven't seen each other in 12 years since it went sour. Lesson learned. Good friends are hard to come by. There are a couple billion other ladies out there. Story 19. Probably. My female friends are all extremely attractive, and they are all as sweet as candy. But they all have boyfriends, none of whom are unpleasant because these girls all know what they are worth. Another very attractive quality. Forget sleeping with them. I would marry any one of them if the opportunity presented itself. Story 20. Back when I was in college, I would have certainly agreed. I would interact with a black snake if someone held its mouth open. Nowadays, not a chance. I know too much about them and we're not interested in the same things. Plus, don't mix personal and professional matters. Story 21. I am a woman here. My answer to you is use your wise mind to decide. After all, you are an intelligent person and not other animals that just need to mate and breed. These are human beings with heart and soul, not playthings. They also have parents who put effort into raising them from a baby to an adult. So if you are going to do it, understand what love means first, meaning love for others. It's just appalling reading what other people wrote. Get a toy or an artificial intelligence doll and stop inflicting pain on others. To those who wrote about going and having sex with as many as possible. Story 22. They are the ones usually trying to initiate sex with me. No such thing as a female friend. Laugh out loud. If a girl sees that you genuinely care about her as a friend, then she will start to become attracted to you. Story 23. Most men saying yes and most women being so fundamentally distraught over these comments has a reason. My phenomenally unpopular answer is that the vast majority of men and women do not have legitimate friends of the opposite sex. Men have attractive females they enjoy spending co-ed time with, hoping it goes further at some point. Women have males they do all the non-sexual boyfriend stuff with. The shoulder to cry on, the emotional boosts, the platonic date nights, the lonely, lengthy text conversations, and the security of masculine protection, even if temporarily. Men desire radically different things from the true, platonic friendships they have with other men. Women are a bit less extreme, but there is a definitive difference overall in how they view and treat their female friends versus their male friends. While many won't admit it, especially women, especially those mortified by how many men admit they would sleep with their female friends, neither seeks out legitimate, sincere, genuine, selfless friendship from the opposite sex with zero component of non-platonic attention. Story 24. I have a friend who I actually used to date in high school, but at the time she was super toxic and honestly I feel like I was just there to boost her confidence. I caught her cheating on me, and then I went no contact for 8 years before finally reaching out again after I got married and divorced to someone else. I never had any intention of going any further than that. I just wanted to let her know that I forgave her for everything. We started talking, and she's actually super chill now. She's one of my best friends. I never slept with her. I never saw her naked, nothing like that. She lost a lot of weight over the years, and while she's always been good looking, she's really hot now. At one point, she did send me several pictures showing off her transformation, and some of them were only there to show off her cleavage. Were she single? Yes, she does have a boyfriend now. I definitely would have tried to sleep with her. Honestly, there was a point where she and he had this huge fight, and she kicked him out and came to me for advice. I tried to get her to break up with him with the intention of getting her into my bed. But they made up, and I'm happy for her. While I definitely would if I had the chance, I'm not going to be anything more than a friend as long as she's with him. Story 25. My 2 closest female friends have started something new that has gotten my interest. Laugh out loud. They told me they think that I have a fetish for being mistreated based on how I act and have started pulling my hair, stroking my head, and lightly smacking me in various ways. When they whack me or pull my hair, they give me this look, like biting their lip. Story 26. Yes, I would. She is a gorgeous, tall, 6'1" blonde with green eyes, athletic, has a good sense of humor, and is kind. She deeply cares about people around her and is smart. She is able to discuss any topic with genuine interest. I'm honored to have her as a friend. Story 27. This woman I'm friendly with at work keeps cooking for me, bringing extra food she makes. She's older, but quite attractive and always bending over with her chest showing. She's in good shape. I work with all women. I'm not going to pursue it. Nope. Story 28. Definitely depends on the context. I've had some friends who were having a bad time, got really drunk, and then tried to sleep with me. I said no the 2 times that happened to me. If they were in their right minds and wanted to, then yes, definitely. Story 29. Younger me 30 years ago, yes. Me now, no. Why would I? The fact that I can have sex with someone doesn't mean I want to and will have sex with that person. I require a connection of heart and soul for sexual intercourse. Story 30. Sort of related to the original poster. I did that with a good friend before I met my now fiancé. It wasn't romantic, just friends enjoying each other. Now it's really hard to maintain a friendship, as my fiancé is aware of our past. My fiancé doesn't say I can't see her, but I know it causes her emotional stress when I do, so I feel I should focus on my future and not my past. Story 31. In the past, yeah. Now, hell no. Past. I had a couple of really attractive friends, and my God, if the chance came up, I would have, without hesitation. I would have definitely cheated in my past relationship for that chance. My ex would have deserved it anyway. I got close a couple of times with friends before that ex, but never did. I had a thing about privacy and not getting close to people, so I didn't want to get that close. Now, I have different female friends, and they are family. I don't find them attractive, but I understand how people find them attractive. To me, it's the equivalent of finding a sibling attractive. I'm also dating legitimately the most attractive person I've ever seen, met, or dated, so I'm perfectly fine not doing that. Story 32. I might be the only one, but no. I have very attractive friends, but as I know them personally, I would never, like anybody else, when you know someone's personality, the appearance is not enough to create attraction. Story 33. Some of them, absolutely. Some of them, absolutely not. There are a few friendships I have that would not work out as relationships, and the intimacy would just get in the way of our good vibes. Story 34. My work colleague is 25 and gorgeous. She has men finding reasons to visit our department all day, every day. She keeps telling me all her personal stuff and mentioned she thought I was in my 30s and so on. The problem is she's the same age as my son. It would be inappropriate. Story 35. Every man's answer is yes. Anyone saying no is lying unless they are in a long-term committed relationship or married. Every woman needs to understand that their single male friends are all just waiting in the wings unless they are gay. Story 36. Am I single in this scenario? Would we go on being friends as though it hadn't happened? Or would it have some impact on our ongoing relationship? If the answers were positive, then yeah, probably. Side note. This is the funniest comment section I think I've seen for some time. Excellent work, Reddit. Story 37. As a gay man with a straight male best friend, you can believe I absolutely would. He is beautiful, and my obsession with him when we met led to our growing friendship. By now, the friendship is based on so much more than the fact that we are both attractive, but he is out of this world, gorgeous. We share so much and are even able to share a place. There is a clear understanding that he is not interested in men, and I am aware of that. Given the opportunity, for whatever reason, you can believe I would do anything and everything with him. I would do anything sexually with him. If it ruins the friendship, that is a shame. I think he is beautiful, but I also think of him as much more than a sexual object. However, if given the opportunity where he wants something to happen, then something will happen because I certainly want it to. So, to answer your question, yes, I would. Story 38. I guess it would depend if I was sexually attracted to her. If I was sexually attracted to a woman, I would try to make a move. But if not, then no. A woman can still be my version of a 10 out of 10, but if I'm not sexually attracted to her, then no. Story 39. Done it in the past, it hurt the friendship and never got back to what it was. I've also said no to it, only for the friendship to be hurt as well, so to be honest, the only answer ends up as yes. Story 40. Damn, that's a dilemma. If you have a secret crush and think she might be relationship material, then go for it. But if you think the attractive friend is just attractive and you don't want a relationship in the future, don't go there, bro. Because if you mess up, the friendship will be over. Maybe she wants something casual and you want a relationship, but she's not interested. Do you still want the relationship? And what if you get a future girlfriend who knows about your past encounters? Will she be open enough to accept that? Would you accept it if your future girlfriend is still seeing a male friend she had a past encounter with? Story 41. If you have any single friends who are men and you are even mildly okay to look at, yes, they would want to be with you. If you have any friends who are taken and are men, unfortunately, a lot of them would want to be with you too. This is what we do.